Welcome once again to the Caribbean Junior Culinary Conference. This conference is held in Barbados annually and brings together all of our aspiring young chefs from across the Caribbean. This event includes workshops and seminars designed specifically for our young culinarians. There is also the Caribbean Junior Dueling Challenge, which forms part of this great conference for our youth. Welcome to the Caribbean Junior Dueling Challenge. We are coming to you live from Barbados, beautiful Barbados, where we have this conference on for our junior chefs of the region. This, as I said before, is the Caribbean Junior Culinary Conference. 1 week when all of our chefs, young chefs, get together here in Barbados for all that they can learn, all that they can gather from our chefs who we brought, our certified executives from across the world, just to teach them what this industry is like and to give them a good feel of what they're getting into as they make their journey on their way to becoming chefs. At this point of the conference, we've reached our competition part. And this is my favorite part here. We just completed our signature dish, or our national dish. That was indeed fantastic. Some really, really good presentations. And as far as the judges are concerned, fantastic flavors. We are now down to our mystery basket portion. Sitting here on the table, basket of goods. What's in there? Don't even have a clue. The chefs who did this know it's all there. Today we're going to have our first two teams up. But before we get there, with me as usual is my co-host. This season it's Chef Reggie. Chef Reggie?
Yes. How you doing, Chef Edie?
I'm trying to be good. Just recovering from last night. Had a great night last night. You weren't there, but we all had a big party last night thanks to the University of West Indies, the Monk restaurant there. And we saw, I tell you, I saw some really new dances last night as well.
Talent coming out.
Talent, and talk about that. Singing, karaoke was there, and I got to talk to this guy from Trinidad, and there's a guy from the Bahamas. He's not allowed to compete anymore.
Whoa.
Right. So that was bad. We had some fun last night, but now we're back to our serious part of the competition, our mystery basket. So, what are your feelings as we get into the mystery basket?
Well, the mystery basket, it shouldn't be a mystery, however. Yeah. They may not know what is there, but I'm sure they've been training. Just in case they get this, I'm going to do that. Right?
Exactly. That's it. That's all part of getting ready for the competition. As you said, Reggie, it should not be a mystery at this time because you have a pretty good idea of what proteins you will be getting here. And of course, if you were checking the sponsors, you will know what exactly you're going to get in the community kitchen and what can possibly be here. So we have our first two teams that will be in this competition. This part of the competition, this is the mystery basket competition. So we'll Trinidad and Tobago and Dominica. Can you please come over? I have one of you over here and one of you over here. Now, Dominica, Team Dominica, you like to pull first, don't you? The draw was done at breakfast this morning, and you pull number one again. What's it? Is there a secret to that?
Well, it's not really a secret. It's whatever the draw gives us, and we're happy with whatever the draw gives us. We're going to make the best out of it and try to do whatever we can.
And you feel, that's right, you feel comfortable with number one?
Yeah, we're just looking forward to see what's under this and go forward and present a wonderful dish.
If you had a real wish list, what would you like to see in that basket?
Chicken, shrimp, maybe pork, or maybe, those three.
All together, or all of them, or just one of the three?
Two of the three. Any two of the three.
And you?
Tenderloins, that's the best.
Tenderloin, pork or beef?
Pork.
Pork, tenderloin, he'll like to see there, chicken, shrimp. He wants all the proteins, it sounds like. So let's hear from Trinidad.
Hi, Trinidad. Welcome. How ready are you to tackle this mystery segment of the program?
We are quite ready to tackle whatever's on the mystery basket.
And wish lists. What would you love to see in that basket?
Well, either pork or shrimp.
Nice. She only have two selections.
Shrimp. You know what I like to hear? Everybody wants to have pork, and I'm good. That's my favorite meat. So you never know. The chef might have maybe think that I'm good enough so you can maybe grant me my wish and give me some pork. Can you come over here, please? I'm going to reveal the mystery basket to you right now. Now, after the revelation of this mystery basket, the students are allowed 5 minutes with their coaches, and they can talk about what's in there, and they can make a decision of what goes on there. And after that, it will be 45 minutes for them to prepare 3 plates for me. And those 3 plates must have the protein, the starch, the vegetable, and the sauce or gravy, all on that one plate. Protein, vegetable, starch, and the sauce or gravy must be on that plate. Is that clear? Right, so then you're going to be using all of the ingredients in here. You can, well, if there are 3 proteins, you can use as much as 2 if you want. If you want to use all 3 of them, you're free to use all 3. But you must use at least 2 if there are 2 or more, if there are 3 or more proteins. You must use at least 2 of the proteins in there. The others you can return to the kitchen. And whatever else is in there, you must use something of that. So there'll be another ingredient of some sort in there. You must use it in some form, okay? Now, it's time for you to open your baskets. Dominica looks very, very happy. And what we have here is, you asked for chicken, didn't you? Yeah. We have chicken, thighs, chicken, breast, shrimp. And then we have one of our sponsored products, Cjcc juices. We have as well some chocolate. This is compliments of our chef from the US, Chef Manfred Schmidtke, Crafty Creamers. He's one of our people. He brought this beautiful chocolate in for us, so that's in there. And we also have some Bajan jam. Some Bajan jam. This is the guava type. This is the guava jam here from Barbados. So it's guava jam, Cjcc juice, chocolate, shrimp, chicken breast, and chicken thighs. Of course, and of course there's flying fish as well. There is flying fish as well. So there are 4 proteins here. You can use as many of you as you want. If you want to use all of them, you can, but you must use at least 2. Is that clear? Good. So while they make their decisions as to what they're going to be using, you can ask the coaches to come over, please, or the managers to come over at this point. Come up here and join them, and they'll be given 5 minutes to get their act together. So decide what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. In that 5 minutes, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be off for 45 minutes of exciting television right here from the Culinary Arena, where the Caribbean Junior Dueling Challenge is on. So we're back with the first round of our mystery basket competition here on the Junior Dueling Challenge. Now we have our first 2 teams up, Dominica and Trinidad and Tobago. You have our coaches as well. Did you have a good discussion with your coaches?
Yep.
Have a clear idea of what you're going to produce?
Yes, we do.
Trinidad?
Yes, we do.
So something special for us again today. Coaches, you're comfortable with everything? Good. Okay, so you know what? You'll be given 45 minutes to produce 3 plates. That 45 minutes will start right now. The coaches will have to leave us at this point. You're on your own. So, Chef, we had some really exciting cooking in the first round of this competition. That signature dish competition. Now we're into our mystery basket. Now, looking very comfortable and calm at this point.
Yes, and because it's early, 45 minutes they have, only 3 minutes has elapsed so far, so they're still in cruise control.
And this first part of it is usually just calm. You're just trying to get yourself together. You're getting your feet in there. It's a large area. They both have their own kitchen section, so there's no bumping in or crossing each other, kitchen 1 and kitchen 2. And everything you want and everything you need is in that area. So that makes it a little bit more comfortable.
Yes, very spacious indeed. And, they're focused on what they're doing. They've obviously, had a game plan coming in because they had 5 minutes to speak to their coaches and they're on with it.
Speaking about focus, that lady from Trinidad and Tobago, I like how she looks as a young chef. She looks to me like she's going to be one serious chef as she comes there and she goes on. And I was thinking about what the judges said yesterday, in the first round, about the national edition, the flavors that came out. I'm not surprised at all that Trinidad is up there with the flavors.
Yes, because Trini is known for the spices and the flavors, and they did not disappoint at all.
And then there's Team Dominica. Dominica has I think they're winners from an all-boys school this year, and they look totally in control. One guy, pretty young, yeah, but still acting like an experienced campaigner in the competition in the arena.
And that is true. Body language plays a very important role. Because you want to exhibit that confidence. That you know what you're doing.
So we can see the vegetables being prepared here by Team Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to go down there in a minute or so to find out exactly what they've chosen and what they've sent back, what they plan to send back, because those containers will be moved away shortly by the judges. The first 10 minutes are almost up. So at the end of the first 10 minutes, the judges will go back for those boxes and take away from them anything that they've decided to send back to the kitchen. That's going to be happening in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll hear exactly what the students have decided, and there I go with that word students again. The young chefs have decided to prepare for us today and what they've selected out of the basket. We'll tell you all when we come back, right here on the Caribbean Junior Dueling Challenge. So we're back here on the set of the Caribbean Junior Dueling Challenge, again part of our Caribbean Junior Culinary Conference, just in time to see the chief judge about to just move away all of the baskets from here. So by now, the students should have all of the ingredients that they need to use, because now the baskets will be removed and everything else will be sent back to the kitchen. Let me come over to this team in Dominica to find out exactly what they have taken from the basket. Can I come over to this gentleman here? What proteins have you taken from the basket?
We took the chicken breast. We also took the flying fish. We took and the shrimps. That's what we took, 3 of them.
So you're using 3 proteins?
Yes, we are.
So Dominica over here, Chef Reggie, flying fish, chicken breast, and shrimp they'll be using. They've used 3 of the proteins. Of course, they have their chocolate here that they're going to have to use. They also have the juice Capri Sun, one of our sponsored products, that they'll be using, and of course, the Bajan jam. These 3 items must be used in some way in the presentation.
So Team Trinidad and Tobago, can you tell me which protein have you selected?
Well, we selected the chicken breast and the shrimps.
So she selected 2 of the proteins,
So
which
two.
she's legally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 chicken breasts and the shrimp.
That is correct.
Chicken breast and the shrimp from Team Trinidad and Tobago. So the herbs and the spices here on the side of the Dominica team. So I'm seeing some eggs in here, and boiled eggs it looks like will be going on today here from Team St. Dominica. Dominica, some 1 egg going into a pot there to be boiled. Some shrimp. It looks like some juice. Is it orange or is it lime juice? Orange juice? Lime juice is squeezing onto the shrimp there. I can see the pepper on there and the salt. So the shrimp is being seasoned really early, and they're using breadfruit. I see breadfruit there in a saucepan as well. So they'll be using breadfruit. They'll be with their application as well.
Okay. Well, over here on Team Trinidad and Tobago, I see some vegetables being prepped. You know, they have a nice melody of vegetables. They have peppers, red onions. I see Christophine's in there, some snake beans in there as well, and there's Julienne, right? And also the other chef from Trinidad and Tobago, she has some chicken breast being poached early o'clock. And it's still early in the competition, so we expect the prepping to still be continuing at this time. With 31 minutes left on the clock, 31 minutes. This round, they have to produce 3 plates instead of 2. So they still need to be in control, of their time management.
That's correct. It was 35 minutes for the first round, signature dish, mystery basket. Now it is 45 minutes, but they have to produce 1 additional plate. We're here on the side of Dominica, where the coaches and managers and all of the team, all the posse from Dominica. Will you give me your name, please?
But Paul.
And
Ruth Paul.
now, you've been coaching the Dominica team, correct? So tell us a little bit about that, the selection process and how they got to this point. He's putting you on the bus here, so let me talk to you.
Well, actually, they belong to the 4-H Club Dominica, and they won a dinner plate organized inter-school competition. They're from an all-boys school, St. Mary's Academy, and so having acquired that title, they were selected to represent Dominica. So novice in the culinary art.
And so, and it's a 4-H group. 4-H. And you do culinary arts of any sort there, or is just something that's thrown out?
Well, because of the junior challenge, I think they took on the challenge as a group, which is very positive on their behalf. I think they should continue, expose the students, use that as a platform for them.
So you were here for the conference. A quick note. What do you think? What are your thoughts? I've seen you all through the season taking lots and lots of notes. And you can tell me what do you think about the conference at this point?
Well, minus the competition, I believe the conference is very positive and should not be limited to a selected few. It's something that should be open to everybody involved in the food industry, or even not involved in the food industry, to parents, everybody who touches food, who has any business to do with food, and that has to begin at home. Whatever you produce was very rich. I will go home feeling different. I am attached to the canteen at my school, and I believe I want to see, having seen and heard certain things here, I want to go home and start implementing them right away.
So those are the managers and coaches of Team Dominica. We're going to look in a few minutes. So what's happening on the stage there, Chef Reggie?
In the kitchen from the Trinidad and Tobago side, they were doing a spicy mayo, right, which she infused in the blender with some garlic and scotch bonnet and some parsley in there as well. She completed that and put it in her squeeze bottle, so that's one component she doesn't have to worry about. They also have some, looks like yam in the pot going as well. And as I said before, their chicken is poached in a nice, flavorful liquid, a court bouillon you can call it, all right? And I'm sure that's probably done cooked by now.
So I've managed to work my way over now to the Trinidad part of the arena. This is kitchen number 1. You don't mind me squeezing in here, do you? No, you have an infiltrator here. You're from Bahamas, though. All the way. And you're waving the flag for Trinidad?
No, this Bahamas 242. 242.
Right here.
242. All the way.
Right here up front with this in the Trinidad campus, infiltrator here, Bahamas. Okay, so tell Darryl, this is about your 3rd trip with this event. How's it going for you so far?
Well, so far we have done extremely well. From the signature dish, we put across an excellent plate, and I know the judges had great talk about the flavors. Yes. So this morning we are putting our A game once again.
That lady, I mean, I've been so impressed by just her presence in the kitchen. She's the team leader there.
Yes, she is, and she did both food and nutrition, home economics management, and food prep. So she have that all-round balance in the home economics arena.
Right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the conference part of it. I've been asking everyone because we are trying to gather information so we can, of course, make it better and better as we go on. The workshop part of the competition, how was that for you?
Oh, excellent. I did learn a couple of tips, even though I'm in the industry for a number of years. Yeah. The croissant that chef did from I learned a little tip that I'll be able to take back and even use in my teaching experience.
Right, so you do that in your classrooms where teach croissants and dinners as well?
Yes, from time to time we'll do little pastries and stuff.
Right, but as you said though, we can put all sorts of local things in it, so you can put back your Trinidadian berries or fruits or whatever there.
Of course, we're going to experiment as soon as we get back.
Exactly, that's important. Now we're into the competition. You're drawn 1 in the mystery basket competition. Any reservations about that?
No. Everything that's on the plate there, I think we had some little experience using before, so I think we'll be able to incorporate it and put 3 good plates out this morning.
At this point, you think they're exactly where they're supposed to be? Or?
Yes, they are. I'm quite confident with those 2 young ladies.
You were right up there in the number 3 position, I think it is, looking to win this year then.
Of course, we were satisfied that, our placement, judges' decision is final. So we're going to continue today and woo the judges again once more.
That's important. Thanks very much for coming over again, and thanks for bringing you guys along.
All right, thank you very much.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break here at this point with 20 minutes to go. When we come back, I'm sure it's going to get really hectic here in the culinary arena. The aromas are already kicking over here, and the flames are flying. Everything is going right here in the culinary arena, where the Caribbean Junior Julian Challenge is on. "15 minutes to go, and this is the first of the mystery basket rounds of this season's Caribbean Junior Julian Challenge." Now that's being confirmed by the coach from Trinidad. 15 minutes, people. So here, some grilling going on from Team Trinidad and Tobago. I can tell you all of what you can expect if you ever visit Trinidad and Tobago. You've been seeing right here in this competition from these 2 young chefs. Look, grill work, some grilling. Grilling is something you see along the street sometimes in Trinidad and Tobago. And that's what's happening here. That chicken breast is being grilled. So she's now being told to just leave it, let it cook a little bit, because I'm sure she's going to finish it probably in the oven or something like that. That's fantastic work. And as we come over to Dominica, we can see the shrimp here in a really colorful sauce, really glazed, beautiful looking sauce there from Team Dominica. Really just as it whisked away now to the oven to complete the cooking in there. Sure, he's going to make sure that that is not too overcooked, because you know how it is with shrimp, you can overcook them very, very easily and then they become rubbery. I'm sure their coaches would have told them all things like that.
And it's good to see them executing some different cooking techniques. We saw the Trinidad and Tobago team, they poached the chicken first, then they finished it on the grill. They did some oven-baked shrimps, you know, so they're using an extensive variety of cooking techniques. Team Trinidad and Tobago, they already have plates in the oven, Chef Peter, flashing already.
Plates in the oven, and
Yes.
still 9 minutes to go. That's
They're
good timing,
in
though.
control.
Remember, we always say, allow yourself at this stage about 2 minutes per plate for plating at this stage. So if you're going to be doing 3 plates, 6 minutes you need for plating, and here it is, your 9.7 seconds, 9.7 minutes to go in the competition, and they're already heating those plates. You can see that frying going on now by Team Dominica. Nice golden brown as they turn it there in the frying pan. Really nice golden brown. What they have to be careful of now, though, is the final cooking process. Make sure that heat is not too high that it gets burned. Or if they want, they can finish it in the oven, and they can do that as well.
And they did actually left out one cooking technique they use as well. They steam their vegetables as well. And when I say steam, I don't mean dropped in water. I mean steam
Cooked
as
by the
in
use of steam.
They
Correct.
use the pot with water at the base, and they had their vegetables in the colander, and you know, cover it down and let the steam actually blanch those vegetables.
Really good techniques, and I'm sure the judges will be taking note of all those things as they will. And well, you know what? It looks like Dominica is doing that's the chocolate now. They're melting the chocolate down, and the correct use of ingredients there. A double boiler being used to melt that chocolate. So there is a bowl being placed on a bed of hot water to melt that chocolate down. Good work. I'm sure Chef Cjcc will be happy to see how his chocolate is being treated.
We'll add another cooking technique to that. From steam now, they're sauteing the vegetables.
So the
Quick stir fry.
vegetables were steamed and then sauteed.
Yes, to add more
Wow.
flavor, because they add the olive oil as well, so another layer of flavor going on to those vegetables.
So a check being done here by Team Dominica with their chicken. It's again nice and golden. Just have to leave it, let it sit and cook, not play with it too much, and that way you're going to get a beautifully browned and beautifully cooked product. Just let it sit, let the oil do the work for you. Make sure it's at the right temperature, and you'll be perfect. We see some balls being made out of the scoop out here of the breadfruit, with the breadfruit as well. The breadfruit from Team Dominica, that was scooped out into portions to be exact, and now they're placed in balls and they're being coated with, it looks like an egg liquid. It's being coated with that egg liquid, and I see some breadcrumbs sitting next there. So it looks like those breadfruit balls there will be coated with breadcrumbs. So I can expect maybe a deep frying, or who knows, maybe another shallow frying application to those breadfruit balls.
So Team Trinidad and Tobago look like they're getting ready to play it. You know, they have their components together. All right, so it's just a matter they're executing exactly where they're going to put each component on the plate.
6.5 minutes remaining for Team Trinidad and Tobago. 9 minutes left for Team Dominica, because they have an additional 2.5 minutes because of the problem they had in the kitchen a little bit earlier. So 6 minutes left for Trinidad and Tobago, 8.5 minutes left for Team Dominica.
And it's at this stage that you expect a little more urgency. You know, you see them moving a little more haste just to complete.
You're saying urgency, but Trinidad seems so under control. They already played in with 5.5 minutes to go. So they no need to be rushing, because it seems like they've planned their run so accurately that they're just right there at the right time. Plating, 3 plates, 6 minutes. They're plating already with 5.5 minutes to go. So they're right on time as far as I'm concerned. Beautifully timed there by Team Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, no pressure at all.
So as we come over now to the Team Dominica, we can see the shrimp that were placed in the oven sitting here. Nice color again, beautifully cooked. He just put it in the oven for a couple of minutes to make sure they're cooked perfectly, and now they're out and just sitting. Now they're going to sit in that liquid, absorb as much of the flavor as they can. So again, good cooking by Team Dominica. that breadfruit, making its way over to the fryer now. So those will be deep fried. And the juice here, the Capri Sun juice that you see from the Dominica side is being placed in some sort of a sauce. Is that where you're making a sauce with it?
Yes, sir.
The sauce with the Capri Sun juice there. So 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes, 56 seconds to be precise, left for Team Trinidad. And we can see the peppers going onto the plate. So that plating is well and truly on for Team Trinidad. And this lady, I can't stop saying how impressed I am with this lady. She seems so calm in the kitchen, really, really calm, just going ahead doing her business as she goes on. Now she's putting the chicken on, and that looks like a real street chicken. You know, we talk about from street food to fine dining, and this is a good presentation of street chicken. You can see your chicken as you go from place to place, just cooked on the grill, just like that.
Yes.
Loaded with flavor. You can see the spices and the herbs all on the outside, but that's the way it is. And now she's bringing it to a plate presentation. Good work by Trinidad and Tobago. Let's see what's happening on the side of Team Dominica. The chicken is coming out of the fryer, really beautifully browned. Nice work cooking technique here by Team Dominica. Now, so it's going on to the oven now to make so totally sure that chicken is cooked completely. You know, one thing the judges will not want is a raw chicken. They'll be very make sure that's not raw. So that's going into the oven, and the chef's checking the oven to make sure it's at the right temperature as well. All that's happening. The breadfruit balls, they are back over here on the side of Dominica. Again, beautifully golden brown. Again, that is how we cook in the Caribbean. Beautifully golden brown. And the mango jam, the banana jam is being used as a sauce here. So all the components are being used by the students. We saw the Capri Sun being used in Dominica with the sauce that's being made here. The chocolate is still here being melted on the side of Dominica. So that is being used over there. Good stuff there. And in the meantime, with 2 minutes to go for Team Trinidad and Tobago, we can see the vegetables as she starts to put them on the plate.
Yes, to add more color to an already vibrant looking plate, you know, nice healthy looking portions as well.
Oh, the colors in there are very Caribbean and very beautiful. The cooking techniques as well. What's important is the cooking techniques. Yes. Look at the way the carrots are cut and the beans are cut. They are very, very Caribbean. And the chicken, beautifully grilled.
Yes.
And there. Now some.
And you can hear the orders coming from the coaches in the audience at this stage, because they have 1.5 minutes left on the Team Trinidad and Tobago team.
We can see now, yes, with 1.5 minutes, some alfalfa sprout, it looks like they're sitting on the side as well. So they're really paying attention. Look at the dots, the decoration of the sauce on that plate. All the way around that plate from Team Trinidad and Tobago. These guys are really doing a great job here today. And just making sure that the vegetables don't damage that display with the sauce around. I'm sure they probably will have some, just the dots of sauce. That's the decoration, because there are 2 sauces on that plate. So let's see what's happening back on the side of Team Dominica. There's something in the package going into the oven as well. And what they're doing here is finishing everything in the oven, making sure, totally sure, that they're cooked completely. So good work being done by Team Dominica. 42 seconds to go for Team Trinidad as they make their way over to the judges' table, just giving a little show to the coaches with 30 seconds to go. They're on the table. Now, 2.5 minutes to go for Team Dominica. 2.5 minutes left for Team Dominica. Trinidad finished right on time. They're still doing some wiping, so the judge will still be counting. Now, the judges have taken over the timing for Team Dominica. 2.5 minutes to go for Team Dominica, so they need to get themselves together with the plating at this point. Now they're getting the chicken together. I don't see any plates as yet, though I think they're in the oven. Out comes the salad, out comes the dressing. So it looks like some sort of a salad prepared here by Team Dominica. There's a dressing and the salad is there. Now they're going to get their plates together with about Chef Rutz, who's doing the timing. 1 minute, 45 seconds to go. 1 minute, 45 seconds to go. The components are there. They need to get them on that plate now. 3 plates to be done in 1 minute, about 1.5 minutes left. Lots of discussion going on by the oven at this point. No time for discussion. You need to get those plates out, get that food on the plate. You need to save every point. The competition is really, really tight. You cannot afford to lose a point through being late. So the food is ready. Get it on the plate. Get it on the plate. You've trusted yourself with the flavors. You've trusted yourself with the textures. You've also trusted yourself with the colors. Now just get it on the plate. Here's the plating started for Team Dominica, and all the attention is on Team Dominica now as they try to get those plates complete. 30 seconds left for Team Dominica to get their plates together. Looks like they'll be going at least a minute overtime. 20 seconds to go. The Team Dominica still plating, still trying to get the plates going on here. And the shrimp is going on. The potato, the breadfruit balls are there. The chicken is there.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 second.
Time is up for Team Dominica, so they'll be into their first minute of overtime, but they're still going on. With the first minute of overtime, the shrimp, they're now going on to the plate. 3 shrimp for each plate to make them exact. 3 shrimp for each plate, make them exact. Now the shrimp are on. The breadfruit ball is there. The chicken is there. Now comes the salad. It looks like going on to the plate.
So it looks like the last component they're trying to get on that plate, Chef Peter.
Just the last component now is the salad, it looks like. So this is a fried chicken with breadfruit and salad here from Team Dominica. As rustic as you can get in the origin, but the presentation is being placed put into focus right now. Getting those, Chef Retz, how? 1 minute overtime so far. They'll be heading right into their second minute soon. Once they move into the second minute, it means that they'll be losing that second point. Time for Dominica to get over to the judges. Here's some more salad going on. A little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. They need to go. 10 seconds to 2 minutes. 10 seconds to 2 minutes. They need to get that plate over. Time to get it over. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. 2 minutes are up. Are you done, Dominica? Dominica is over to the judges' table, and it's all over for this round. The first round is over. Dominica is there. Trinidad and Tobago is there. It's over to the judges. When we come back, you will hear exactly what the judges think about what Team Dominica and Team Trinidad and Tobago have done right in the first round of our Mystery Basket Junior Dueling Challenge. We'll be right back. So we're back here after that first very exciting round of the Mystery Basket on the Caribbean Junior Dueling Challenge. This conference has been going really, really great. I am very happy where we are. Chef Reggie, where we are just completed our first round of the Mystery Basket. What do you think?
I think it was exciting. You know, you see a lot of similarities. We saw some flavors. We saw some color. We saw some culinary techniques being executed. You know, excellent stuff.
So you know what I saw too is like really, really good street food being put on the plates, you know, from the fried chicken, which we all do across the Caribbean, to the grilled chicken. I mean, it looks very rustic, but what's going to be important is how you flavor it and how it is presented on the plate.
Yes, it all comes down to the taste. You know, you want to have the judges with like, you know, they don't know how many marks to give you. You know, you just want to have it mouth watering.
Exactly. So it always comes down to taste, as you said. And to tell us all about that taste now will be our judges. We have today's chief judge is taking the honors today, Max Benz, and he'll be there with Chef Antonel Bayer. Now the first team up will Team Dominica. Can you take your plate over to the judges, please?
Hi. You have done some good work. What is your opinion of the work that you did?
Well, first of all, this is our first time doing the dish. We've never really practiced much of it. We just had the recipes and a basic idea of how to do it. So I'm very proud that we did what we did and it came out the way it came out. We know we made a lot of mistakes. I know personally that there are mistakes, and we're still going to stand proud as Team Dominica. No matter what the result, we're going to stand proud as Team Dominica.
I think you did good work. So congratulations.
All right, that was Team Dominica. And you know, we always say that to the competitors here. When you're up there, the judges are walking around, whatever they say, you pay a close ear to. Because the thing about this program is, this is not like the professional or the really senior programs where you are expected to do everything perfectly yourself. This is still educational. And remember, those judges up there are all teachers, and they'll be passing on some hints while you're cooking. So it's important, very important, when your judges pass by you and they whisper something to you, listen carefully and do exactly what they say because they're pointing you in the direction that you should be going. All right, so our next team up will be Team Trinidad and Tobago. Can you take your plates over to the judges, please?
Good afternoon, ladies. What about your audition effort that you put on today?
Well, our dish is mashed yam stuffed in sweet peppers, and on top of that, have roasted shrimps, and we grilled chicken breast and sauté vegetables, and the sauce. Well, I know it got smudged for the. Then what? Yeah, is a garlic parsley sauce, and is a bean sauce to the end of them with chocolate in it.
Well, looking at it first from appearance wise, very colorful, colors hitting you very well. Overall, a very tasty dish. Three things I'll point out to you. In particular, now you're at the money stage of the competition where you're looking to get into the finals, and every little detail is very important. The first one was the chicken breast was overcooked, so you must pay attention. When you have a drumstick or a thigh, that could take a little more rough treatment or a little more of the heat. But the breast, unfortunately, once you cook it too long, you know it goes pretty tough, and it was a bit tough. Your sauce, very nice, but not enough. You had the amount of protein and stuff, and you needed more sauce on your plate, but the sauce was lovely. And for the pepper, it needed a bit more cooking. So like in the future, if you're going to do stuffing like this, you could treat it a couple other ways. You could use the open flame on your stove, okay? And that is going to help to cook it and start the cooking process. And it will also add some additional flavor there from there. Or you could have used the grill also and start the cooking process there and then fill it and then put it in the oven, and you would get the pepper being cooked right through and nice. As it is, although it went into the oven for that, it was too short a period, and it's still pretty raw in your mouth. And you have to be careful when you have certain raw elements on a plate with cooked elements and blended in the palate. But those are little points just highlighted to, you make it to the finals, you gotta make sure that the little details, I know you're under pressure, but the little details count, in particular when a competition is so close with points, okay? Yes, sir. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, judges. Thank you very much, Team Trinidad and Tobago. Now, that's the end of our first mystery basket round. Comments from the judges, you think they're on point, right on point?
Yeah, right on point. And they're giving us some useful tips, that would come in handy in the future. I hope the teams that have not come on the set yet are listening as well.
Well, that has been the case all along. Remember, this is still very much an educational program, so the judges are allowed to give tips and give hints while they're up there walking around. And that's the reason why they're there, not just to look pretty, but just, of course, to continue the education and to tell the students, the competitors, point them in the right direction, get them ready for really serious competition. Now, as I said, this is the end of the first round. Next session will be St. Croix against the Bahamas. Now, I say against, but that's not really right, because at this point, they're still competing against the standard. Gold, silver, and bronze in the first round of the competition. The scores from the first round, the national dish, will be added to the scores from this round, the mystery basket. And the 3 gold, silver, and bronze medals will be awarded based on your scores. So you get gold, silver, and bronze for this side of the competition. The 3 highest scoring teams will then go on to compete for the Grand Trophy Junior Dueling Challenge Champion, and that's the Caribbean Junior Dueling Challenge Champion, bragging rights for a whole year, and some other prizes that go with it. That you will hear at the completion of the 3rd round of this segment. when all of the scores will be revealed. So you're not going to get your score for this round at this point, but at the completion of the third game, these scores will be revealed. They will be added to the distinguished dish or the national dish competition, and they will be revealed at our breakfast meeting come Sunday. So you'll be waiting until Sunday. We'll be getting into another session in a few moments right here in the culinary arena where Caribbean Junior Julian Challenge will be on. DC Media, the place for your culinary satisfaction.